Greetings. Today I would like to show you one interesting game in Italian opening, and I played here the German Gambit and win another amazing game. Just in the first in the very opening, and I demonstrate 100% accuracy with one brilliant and two great moves and no mistakes at all, with amazing ranking. And my opponent, it seems, that played very bad, but it was not so. Just want to show you the game. So e4, so e5, so we start with the Italian opening, and I played a calm move, castle, and preparing for the German Gambit. I expect that he plays knight f6, and now instead of d3 I played d4, which is the German Gambit. So the opponent played correctly, so therefore this estimation the estimation of accuracy of the opponent of 70% was definitely incorrect, because most of the game my opponent played well. So I captured the bishop, he recaptured, and now I play the trap variation with bishop g5. This variation contains at least several serious traps related to the move f4. And so my opponent plays h6, and I play bishop h4. And right now he applies the variation, which actually not bad, but leads to a trouble position for black. I take the knight here, and actually it's a book move. I play by the memory, not myself. I just know this variation. So he plays ef, and maybe better was to play df or de, and in this case black needs to defend, but the game sooner or later would end up in a draw. So f3, so we can try to put like so. Here you can play b6 or queen e7 or bishop d7. So the idea of b6, you need to develop the bishop to a6, but after rook d1, queen e7, queen c3, bishop moves to b7, queen takes a pawn, return, and the position of black is not so nice, but at least so in the end there is no serious troubles if you play this way. So if you play instead of b6 you play queen e7, then it will be again rook d1, so b6, so with different variation, queen c6, c3, and also the same idea. So if you play bishop d7, then still rook d1, and well, queen e7, queen c3, castle to the queen side, f3, or maybe knight d2. I don't know what is better, so probably knight d2 is better, bishop c6, f3, and so the position goes to some maybe not calm, so still black and white has a essential ideas to improve and lose immediately. So if in here I need to find that king f2, otherwise the position, so king f2 to get advantage, otherwise the position of white is not good. And so f6, knight c4, queen take, rotate, take b4, and basically, okay, the position already is equal. Even though white has some advantage in terms of the initiative, so black can defend this position. So, however, if you choose, in this case, if you choose what the opponent played, EF, in this case, the white played F4, and the queen needs to play E7, take. So the main variation looks like this. So take, bishop d4, still queen moves, and you can exchange, or you can play knight c3. So in the end, after this exact move, so the position becomes rather equal again. So if I played c3, queen takes, and black is a little bit undeveloped, but after castle, so black has no big troubles. So well, still no initiative, but at least no serious troubles whatsoever. So it will be equal game. But before that, black needs to find a solution. And right now I played f4, and the opponent took the pawn. And this is a serious mistake. I played e5. He played g5 immediately, and then I sacrificed my rook. And this is a brilliant move. However, it's obvious if he takes the pawn, I'll take the knight and win the queen. So if he plays, if he takes the rook, or if he takes the bishop, I'll take f6, and it will be serious attack. So I plan to play queen h5. So d6, queen attacks. So then knight moves, and white has serious attack with high possibility to push the pawn and win the game. Push the pawn to f8 and win the game. So the best here was queen e7, because in this case, in this case, if yeah, because in this case queen moved from the attack of the bishop, and now the opponent can take my rook. But I play, so white should play knight c3, and don't need to be afraid of this check, because if rook protects, so it will be check. Move here, knight attacks, queen take, knight check, take, knight check again, and if king moves, so it will be, so white wins the rook. But if king moves to the corner, so queen take, and black lose the rook again. So therefore, taking the rook anyway is not good. Taking the bishop is not good either, because of the same ideas like before. So the pawn will move to the queen side. Then the best way is now is queen c5, and rook returns back. So you take the bishop. I move the pawn, I take the pawn, and sooner or later, okay, right now there is no check, but sooner or later check on h5, but sooner or later white has this possibility. Queen d3, b5, rook e1, b4, knight d2, queen e5, queen knight f4, take, protect, and if the queen moves somewhere, it will be check, and lose the game. Therefore, queen needs to take the rook, and here white has advantage. So b7, queen check. If you have this, so it will be check here, and check, continue checking. So therefore black needs to play rook f5. Still the idea is to checkmate, and basically black has inactive rocks, but white has very active queen, and vulnerable king in the center would provide black disadvantage here. So at least white can pick up all pawns around and win the game this way. So okay, now let's see what happens in the game, because after I take the pawn, so the opponent played knight d4 and knight d5, and after queen h5, my opponent surrendered, because the only chance to play king e7, it would be checkmate. So in such a case, I'll show you the whole game again. So we start with the Italian opening, and in this game you play calm castle. And black expected black could have advantage because of that, but you don't play d3, you play d4, and now the right moves like this. So you play bishop g5. You can play h6, or you can play d6 or queen e7 immediately, but okay, h6, bishop h4. So you could play some other way. You can play d6, you can play queen e7, but instead if you play knight e6, so position of black will not be competitive, and in this case f4, it was very big mistake to take the pawn, because I play e5 and g4 and take the pawn, which is a brilliant move, and this move actually save white in many positions in this variation. And now after knight played d5, I just check, and it will be a checkmate very soon. Next move. So my opponent just surrendered one move before the checkmate. Okay, I hope you like this combination, and I hope you like this. Actually, I recommend this opening to learn for everybody. At least you need to, if you play Italian opening, you need to know it for black and white to avoid such confusions like my opponent got with a checkmate on the 13th move. And thank you very much for watching this video. See you next time. Bye bye.